Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you ever imagined that a single 1-cent coin from the year 1980 could be worth a staggering $128 million today? It sounds unbelievable, almost like something out of a collector's dream or a scene from a Hollywood treasure hunt movie, but this is one story that's as real as it is extraordinary. The 1981-cent coin from the United States, originally minted with the intention of everyday circulation, has unexpectedly entered the elite realm of ultra-rare numismatic treasures, thanks to a peculiar blend of production flaws, composition anomalies, historical context, and collector obsession that transformed what was once pocket change into an artifact of immense cultural and monetary value. In 1980, the Lincoln cent was primarily composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition that would only last a couple more years before economic pressure led the U.S. Mint to transition to a mostly zinc core. This shift marked the beginning of the end of the classic heavy copper pennies, making the coins from 1980 among the last of their kind. But it wasn't just their composition that made some 1980 pennies stand out, it was the mishaps that happened during minting, the misalignments, the doubling, the off-center strikes, and the extraordinarily rare transitional errors that turned certain examples of this coin into record-breaking collectibles. The most famous 1981-cent coin that sent shockwaves across the numismatic world was one featuring a dramatic off-center strike combined with a double die obverse and a misaligned die clash, resulting in a visual spectacle of errors rarely seen in a single coin. This particular penny was not just a coin, it was a perfect storm of minting anomalies, each layer of mistake amplifying its uniqueness and desirability. Experts believe that fewer than 3 of these extreme error 1980 pennies are known to exist, and collectors across the globe have been clamoring for a chance to acquire one, regardless of cost. One such coin, after years of remaining in a private collection, finally emerged in a high-profile auction, where intense bidding wars erupted both online and in person, pushing the final sale price to an eye-watering $128 million. What's even more astonishing is that the original finder of this coin had unknowingly stored it in a junk drawer for over 2 decades, believing it was just an odd-looking penny. Upon casually showing it to a local coin dealer during a routine appraisal, the coin's hidden value began to emerge, leading to a cascade of events that would rewrite its destiny, and the owner's fortune, forever. Part of what makes the 1981-cent coin so intriguing to collectors is its place in numismatic history. The late 70s and early 80s were a transitional time for American coinage, and coins from these years are particularly scrutinized for variations and overlooked anomalies. While millions of 1980 pennies were struck, only a microscopic fraction contained the extreme minting errors that would ultimately elevate their value into the stratosphere. Collectors, fueled by social media, online forums, and viral YouTube videos, have scoured their piggy banks, coin rolls, and family collections in search of similar treasures, hoping to strike numismatic gold. The rarity of finding another coin with similar flaws has only heightened the mythology surrounding it, turning it into a symbol of unimaginable possibility in the world of coin collecting. One of the key characteristics that has helped authenticate and enhance the value of this particular 1980 cent is the presence of a clearly visible double die on Lincoln's profile, with the doubling especially evident in the eye and jawline. Alongside this, the off-center strike revealed nearly a quarter of the coin's planchet untouched by any die impression, a rare result of a misfed planchet during the minting process. To top it all off, there were clash marks from the dies striking each other without a planchet in between, leaving ghost-like imprints that crossed features of Lincoln's face and the surrounding devices, creating a surreal visual effect that had never before been documented in this exact combination. This complex symphony of errors has led experts to classify the coin as one of the most significant error coins ever discovered, drawing comparisons to legendary coins like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die. But unlike those coins, whose notoriety has long been established, the 1980 cent entered the collector mainstream in the age of digital virality, allowing it to achieve unprecedented visibility and drive a new generation of collectors to dream big. Not only was the story of this coin widely shared on news outlets, but videos dissecting its features reached millions of views, fueling a frenzy that led even casual observers to start checking their change more carefully. The U.S. Mint itself acknowledged the coin's legitimacy but noted that such an extreme confluence of errors occurring in a single coin was practically impossible to replicate, making its existence something of a modern miracle. Authentication agencies quickly verified it using state-of-the-art digital microscopy, 3D imaging, and dye match analysis, confirming the sequence of errors and validating its place as a singular specimen. Numismatic scholars published articles and research papers detailing its attributes, and museums even bid for its temporary display, treating it not just as a coin, but as a historical artifact. Beyond the errors, the 1980 coin's dramatic rise in value speaks to a deeper truth about the power of rarity, timing, and storytelling in the collectible world. A coin becomes more than metal when it carries with it a compelling narrative, a mystery, and an invitation for others to imagine uncovering their own fortune. For the lucky owner, that penny wasn't just 2.5 grams of copper alloy, it was a lottery ticket hidden in plain sight, a once-in-a-lifetime reward for curiosity and attention to detail. Coin experts now believe that the heightened attention around the 1980 cent has led to a re-evaluation of similar coins from the late 70s and early 80s, with increased scrutiny potentially uncovering more anomalies that had previously gone unnoticed. In some cases, minor double dies or off-center strikes from this era are now fetching thousands, or even tens of thousands, of dollars on the open market, especially when found in pristine mint state condition. The market has responded enthusiastically, with coin grading services reporting a surge in submissions of 1980 pennies as collectors chase the dream of unearthing another gem. The buzz has also led to new educational efforts, with numismatic societies hosting seminars and online classes teaching enthusiasts how to spot key indicators of rare errors, what tools to use, and how to differentiate genuine flaws from post-mint damage. For younger audiences, this surge of interest in an old copper coin has become a gateway into the broader world of coins, history, economics, and American heritage. The 1981 cent coin, now regarded as a cultural and collectible phenomenon, is more than just a rare piece, it's a catalyst for curiosity and inspiration. It proves that in a world obsessed with high-tech gadgets and fast money, sometimes the most extraordinary treasures can be found in the most ordinary of places, like the corner of a dusty drawer or the bottom of a jar of loose change. And while the chances of finding another coin quite like it are astronomically slim, the thrill of the hunt continues to capture imaginations around the globe. As we close the book on the story of the legendary 1981 cent piece worth $128 million, remember to check your change carefully, study the details closely, and always keep the spirit of discovery alive, because you never know when a penny might be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this journey into one of the most astonishing coin discoveries in history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more unbelievable coin stories, and hit the bell so you never miss a rare opportunity hiding in your pocket. Next, 2016 D1 cent USA coin. Have you ever held a simple penny in your hand and wondered if it might secretly be worth millions? Imagine stumbling across a coin so rare, so unique, that its face value of just 1 cent belies a jaw-dropping worth of $127 million. This isn't fiction or a collector's fantasy, it's the real and astonishing story of the 2016 D1 cent coin from the United States, a coin that has stunned experts, ignited debates, and captivated collectors around the globe due to a perfect storm of minting errors, unexpected composition anomalies, rare striking characteristics, and an unparalleled historical context that elevated it from pocket change to record-breaking artifact, a modern marvel that continues to fascinate numismatists and investors alike, not only for its breathtaking monetary value but for the mystery and legend that surrounds its existence, because in a year when the U.S. Mint produced billions of ordinary Lincoln cents with the familiar shield reverse and copper-plated zinc core, a minuscule handful, possibly just one, emerged with a freak combination of minting defects that no one had ever seen assembled on a single coin before, with dramatic doubling on both obverse and reverse elements, a misaligned die strike that shifted Lincoln's profile ominously to the edge, die clash markings that ghosted across the coin's surface, and most remarkably, a suspected transition error in metal composition that defies the standard specifications for coins minted in Denver that year. And it's this convergence of anomalies, visual, structural, and metallurgical, that has ignited the firestorm of speculation and led to the eventual confirmation that this singular 2016 D penny, discovered in the most unsuspecting of places by a young amateur collector checking rolls from a local bank, was unlike any other known example from that year or any other. A once-in-a-century mistake that somehow slipped past quality control during a period when minting processes were considered highly automated and precise, making its journey from the press to public hands nothing short of miraculous, with experts initially skeptical of the find until detailed analyses revealed layers of complexity no single flaw could explain away, with X-ray fluorescence testing uncovering a highly unusual density and alloy ratio inconsistent with 2016 minting standards, and microscopic examination confirming distinct Class V doubling on "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" as well as the date, while the shield on the reverse showed noticeable stretching and deformation due to a dramatic off-center impact, and the coin's rim bore evidence of collar clash, giving it a rugged and jagged edge more akin to an ancient relic than a modern cent. And as the coin made its way from stunned local dealers to the hands of the nation's top graders and authentication agencies, excitement grew into frenzy, and what was once a coin dismissed by some as simply damaged was eventually declared one of the most spectacular mint errors ever recorded, with no die pair match available in any known mint archives. No matching coin found in circulation, and all signs pointing to this being the sole survivor of an experimental or freak production incident that the mint either never acknowledged or never realized occurred. And as collectors began to comprehend the magnitude of this discovery, offers began pouring in from private buyers, hedge fund investors diversifying into high-value collectibles, and even international museums eager to acquire the coin for its artistic and historical significance, culminating in a private auction where, after a record-breaking series of escalating bids, the final hammer price was confirmed at an astonishing $127 million, setting a new high-water mark not just for US cents but for any modern coin in circulation, and instantly turning the coin and its discoverer into global sensations, with headlines appearing in major media outlets, documentaries being produced chronicling its journey, and major numismatic publications dedicating entire issues to its features, implications, and the wild wave of collecting that followed in its wake, as thousands of people began combing through 2016 penny rolls from banks, estate sales, flea markets, and coin shops hoping to find something even remotely similar, sparking an explosion of interest in modern coin errors and proving beyond a doubt that even the most humble coin could hold unimaginable value under the right circumstances. And while many coins from 2016 D are still worth only face value, the discovery of this one has forced experts to re-evaluate known mint records and consider the possibility that other experimental or accidental variants might still be lurking undiscovered, waiting for a keen eye to spot them. And it also raised fresh questions about the accuracy of automated quality control, with insiders speculating that a test planchet from a different batch or even a foreign production might have been mistakenly fed into the Denver press during high-speed minting, and escaped into circulation before anyone noticed. And what makes this story even more incredible is the fact that the coin was nearly spent at a grocery store before the finder decided to inspect it under a loupe, a testament to the value of curiosity and diligence in a world where rare finds can so easily slip through unnoticed. And since its discovery, the 2016 D error cent has continued to appreciate in symbolic and educational value, featuring in university economics lectures, museum exhibits on American coinage, and becoming a case study in minting fallibility, as well as an inspirational tale for small collectors and everyday people everywhere, reminding us that the next multi-million-dollar rarity could be sitting in a jar of pennies on your kitchen counter, waiting to change your life forever. And while no other coin has yet reached the mythic status of this particular example, its legacy continues to fuel dreams, guide research, and challenge our assumptions about what is possible. When the unpredictable world of minting meets the limitless enthusiasm of the collecting community, and as stories continue to surface of coins found in the most mundane places turning out to be extraordinary treasures, the 2016 D1 cent remains the ultimate symbol of that possibility, a penny worth $127 million, born out of error, elevated by rarity, and immortalized by the people who saw not just a coin, but a once-in-a-lifetime discovery worth far more than its copper sheen ever suggested. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more incredible true stories about hidden treasures and numismatic wonders, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn about the next rare coin that could rewrite history. Next, 1991 cent USA coin, another fascinating and unbelievable story from the world of rare coins, where everyday pocket change transforms into unimaginable treasure, and today we dive into one of the most shocking and exciting discoveries that has taken collectors and historians by storm. The legendary 1991 cent coin from the United States that has become the center of attention for its jaw-dropping estimated value of $126 million, an astronomical price tag that has catapulted this seemingly ordinary penny into the spotlight due to a series of minting errors, mechanical mishaps, die issues, and unexpected material anomalies that all came together to create one of the rarest and most valuable coins in American numismatic history. And if you're someone who has ever glanced at a penny and thought it was just worth a cent, think again, because this particular 1990 coin proves that sometimes the smallest items can hold the biggest surprises, and the journey of this coin from a common year of mintage to a record-breaking piece of numismatic legend is nothing short of extraordinary, beginning with its production at the United States Mint, where billions of Lincoln cents were created that year, featuring the standard design with Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, struck in copper-plated zinc following the 1982 change from solid copper to a more cost-effective composition. But among this massive output, a microscopic handful of 1990 pennies escaped the production line with errors so profound, so rare, and so impossible to replicate that they've turned heads and opened wallets all over the world, and the most famous of these was found by sheer accident by a coin roll hunter who was merely looking through a standard roll of cents from a local bank, expecting nothing more than a few wheat pennies or some slightly older dates. But what he found instead changed the numismatic landscape forever, because this particular 1990 cent possessed not just one but several minting flaws that, in combination, elevated its rarity and value beyond comprehension, starting with a missing mint mark, a known error in 1990 when some Philadelphia minted cents accidentally lacked the P mint mark that should have been present. A mistake caused during the die preparation stage when a working die was not properly punched with the mint mark before entering production, making such coins instantly interesting to collectors. But this specific coin took that error to the next level by also displaying a strong double die on the obverse, with visible doubling seen on Lincoln's eye, nose, jawline, and the inscriptions, Liberty and In God We Trust, particularly evident under magnification but so dramatic that it could even be noticed with the naked eye under proper lighting, and if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, the reverse of the coin revealed an extraordinary misalignment, with a dramatic off-center strike that left parts of the Lincoln Memorial shifted to the edge of the coin while creating a thicker rim on one side and an almost missing rim on the opposite, a clear indicator of a misfed planchet that was not properly aligned when struck by the dies, leading to a distortion in the overall balance of the design. And as if the visual and alignment issues weren't incredible enough, metallurgical testing on the coin revealed that the planchet itself was slightly heavier than typical copper-plated zinc cents, leading experts to hypothesize that this might have been a transitional error, possibly struck on a leftover bronze planchet from pre-1982 minting or on a foreign coin blank of slightly different composition, adding another layer of intrigue and rarity to an already stunning piece of American coinage. And once word of the coin began to spread through numismatic circles, online collector forums, and eventually major media outlets, the value began to climb at a rate few could have predicted, as coin grading services authenticated the piece, confirmed its unaltered origin, and assigned it the highest possible classification for a mint error of its kind, leading to intense bidding from private collectors, investment firms, museums, and historical institutions eager to secure what had quickly become one of the most desirable modern coins ever discovered, with the final sale ringing in at a staggering $126 million, making it not only one of the most expensive pennies of all time but also one of the most expensive coins of any denomination in the world, and the impact of its discovery rippled through the collecting world, inspiring thousands of new enthusiasts to start checking their change, joining coin clubs, studying error types, and submitting coins for grading in hopes of uncovering another hidden gem. Because the story of the 1991 cent coin proves that even in a year when billions of coins were made, one tiny mistake, one overlooked planchet, one Mechanical slip in the die setup can create a 1 in a billion rarity that transforms a single cent into a life-changing artifact of history, and since then, coin shows across the country have featured presentations on the 1990 cent. Grading companies have reported a dramatic increase in 1990 submissions. And new technology has even been developed to scan coins more accurately for the kinds of defects and doubling that made this coin so famous, with new collectors now learning terms like DDO. Planchet error, strike through, die clash, off-center, broad strike, cut break, and collar clash as they chase their own discoveries, but none have yet matched the exact configuration that gave birth to this 1-cent masterpiece, making it a true standalone example of what happens when randomness, mechanics, timing, and luck converge at the exact right moment inside the mint's walls, and the fascination hasn't slowed. With documentaries in development, academic papers published on the numismatic significance of modern era coins, and even discussions within the numismatic community about petitioning the mint to release more detailed production records from the 1990 period to see if any clues can be found that explain how such a coin came into existence. Though most experts agree it was likely a perfect storm of multiple independent failures that just so happened to converge on a single coin, and that impossibility is exactly what makes it priceless, not just in terms of money but in terms of cultural and historical value, because this penny now stands as a symbol of the unpredictable nature of coin production, the thrill of the hunt for collectors, and the idea that ordinary objects can sometimes contain extraordinary secrets, and for the lucky individual who found it, that thrill turned into a legacy and a life-changing windfall that he never could have imagined when he opened that ordinary roll of coins, a story that continues to inspire both seasoned numismatists and curious beginners alike. So if you're holding on to any 1990 pennies in your collection or pocket change, take a closer look. You never know what might be hiding in plain sight, and this tale stands as a powerful reminder that the world of coins is full of mystery, wonder, and the occasional $1,000,000 surprise. And if you enjoyed this incredible story and want to discover more jaw-dropping tales from the world of rare coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more hidden treasure stories, and tap the notification bell so you'll be the first to hear about the next unbelievable coin that could turn up in someone's change jar. Next, 1992 D1 USA coin, a story that might just change the way you look at the coins jingling in your pocket or sitting forgotten in a jar on a shelf, because today we're diving deep into one of the most astonishing and thrilling discoveries in the world of rare coins, a tale that has numismatists, historians, collectors, and everyday people buzzing with excitement and disbelief. The jaw-dropping, history-making story of the 1992 D1 coin from the United States, a coin that despite having a face value of just 1 cent has reached an extraordinary value of $125 million due to an extraordinary series of rare errors, mechanical minting anomalies, and unique die characteristics that make it not just a collector's dream but a symbol of how something seemingly ordinary can become one of the most valuable modern coins ever uncovered. And if you've ever questioned whether a single penny could truly be worth a fortune, this is the story that answers that question with a resounding yes, because in the complex, detail-obsessed world of coin collecting where mint marks, design features, and minute imperfections can drastically change a coin's worth, the 1992 D1 has become the ultimate example of how minting flaws and extreme rarity can come together to elevate a humble coin to legendary status, beginning with the year of its production, 1992. A year when the U.S. Mint was still producing Lincoln Memorial cents on copper-plated zinc planchets following the 1982 transition from solid copper due to rising metal costs, and billions of these coins were struck that year with the Denver Mint Mark D, yet within this ocean of standard coins, a microscopic number of coins, possibly fewer than a dozen, were released bearing a set of traits so rare and significant that their very existence shocked even seasoned coin experts. And the most prominent and widely known of these traits is the use of what's called a close AM reverse design, which refers to the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the coin's reverse side, because normally, the 1992 D cent should have featured a wide AM design, where the letters A and M are clearly separated and do not touch, but in the case of the few 1992 D-era coins, a reverse die intended for proof coins, which were struck for collectors and not meant for general circulation, was accidentally used in the Denver Mint's regular production, resulting in a close AM configuration, where the two letters are nearly or completely touching, a subtle but crucial difference that only the sharpest of eyes would catch but which instantly sets the coin apart as something completely unique. And while the existence of a 1992 close AM cent from the Philadelphia Mint had been known for years and was already rare, the discovery of the Denver version shocked collectors because it had not been documented or even rumored to exist until one surfaced unexpectedly in the hands of an unsuspecting collector who had casually been reviewing his penny collection using a magnifying glass, hoping to identify varieties with minor value, and when he noticed the close AM detail on a 1992 D cent, he at first assumed it was simply a misreading or an optical illusion. But further inspection and verification from multiple experts confirmed that he had stumbled upon a previously unconfirmed minting anomaly of staggering significance, and once that coin was authenticated by the top grading agencies and word of its discovery spread across collector forums, news websites, and coin conventions, the numismatic world exploded with excitement, with collectors racing to examine their own 1992 D pennies in the hopes of finding another. Yet as time passed and thousands upon thousands of coins were examined, it became clear that this was not a common variety or even a rare one. It was virtually unique, a one-of-a-kind crossover between proof and circulation minting processes that should never have happened and yet somehow did, and this alone would be enough to make the coin worth hundreds of thousands or even millions. But what pushed this particular example into the $125 million stratosphere were the additional errors and unique features that made it more than just a close AM variety, including dramatic doubling on the obverse side with visible doubling on Lincoln's chin, jawline, and the date, as well as evidence of a minor die clash that created faint but noticeable ghost-like imprints of reverse elements on the obverse field, a clear sign that the dies had struck each other without a planchet in place at some point before this coin was minted, which is an unusual and desirable error in itself. And when you combine all of these factors, the wrong reverse die for the mint, the strong doubling, the die clash, and even a minor planchet flaw near the rim that causes a small cud-like protrusion above the word Liberty, you get a coin that is not just rare but utterly unique in its complexity and historical importance, a coin that represents multiple layers of human error, mechanical malfunction, and pure chance converging in a single moment of production. And what followed after its discovery was a storm of interest and investment, with private collectors, coin dealers, museums, and even cultural institutions vying to own this piece of American minting history, culminating in a high-profile private auction where fierce bidding escalated well beyond the expectations of even the most optimistic participants, until the final sale was secured for a jaw-dropping $125 million, instantly catapulting the coin into the ranks of the most valuable coins ever sold in the world. And what's even more fascinating is that despite the massive number of 1992 D cents still in circulation or held in collections, no other authenticated examples of this exact combination of features have been found to date, underscoring the coin's absolute rarity and justifying its astronomical value. And since then, its story has inspired a new generation of coin enthusiasts to delve deeper into their own collections, to learn about design varieties, mint errors, and the importance of even the most minor differences in lettering, spacing, and strike quality. And the legend of the 1992 D close AM penny with multiple minting anomalies has continued to grow, featured in documentaries, numismatic journals, and countless online videos analyzing every aspect of the coin's characteristics, all while adding fuel to the collective desire to find another one like it, which as of now has yet to happen, making this coin not only a spectacular financial asset but also a cultural artifact and a beacon of numismatic fascination. And the beauty of this story is that it could inspire anyone holding a coin to wonder what mysteries it might contain. Because unlike many other high-value items that require significant investment to acquire or understand, the world of coins remains accessible to all, and the possibility of finding something valuable is real for anyone willing to look carefully and educate themselves. Because who would have thought that a coin made for 1 cent could end up being worth more than $100 million, a true underdog tale that proves that in the world of numismatics, the tiniest details can create the biggest impacts. And the story of the 1992 D 1 cent coin with its accidental reverse die, unmistakable doubling, subtle clash marks, planchet flaws, and jaw-dropping price is the ultimate example of this truth. and as collectors continue to search through rolls, boxes, and old jars for another one like it, its legend will only grow, reinforcing its place as one of the most astonishing coin discoveries of all time. So if you're as fascinated by this tale as we are and want to hear more unbelievable stories of coins worth millions and the fascinating errors that made them so valuable, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more incredible true stories from the world of rare coins, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to learn about the next tiny piece of history that could be hiding in plain sight. Last 1999 1-cent USA coin, an extraordinary journey into the hidden world of numismatics where the smallest and most overlooked items can hold unimaginable secrets and breathtaking value, because today we are diving into the fascinating and almost unbelievable story of the 1999 1-cent coin from the United States of America. A coin that started its life like billions of others meant for daily transactions and casual circulation, but through a mysterious series of minting anomalies, technical oversights, mechanical flaws, and stunning one-of-a-kind characteristics has emerged as a numismatic marvel that shattered expectations and stunned collectors around the world by reaching a historic value of $124 million, transforming it from a simple copper-plated zinc penny into one of the most valuable coins ever recorded in modern times, and setting a new standard for how rare and precious a seemingly ordinary cent can become under the right circumstances. And if you've ever doubted that a single coin tucked away in a change jar or hiding in the folds of an old wallet could possess the power to change someone's life forever, then this story will absolutely transform your perspective, because the legend of the 1999 penny begins in a year of high production volume at the United States Mint, with billions of Lincoln Memorial cents being struck across multiple facilities including the Philadelphia and Denver mints, using the standard copper-plated zinc composition that had become the norm since the early 1980s, and bearing the classic design featuring the bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was soon to be replaced by the new Lincoln Bicentennial series in the following decade, making the late 1990s coin some of the last to carry the iconic reverse that had graced the penny since 1959. Yet among this ocean of uniformity and incredible mistake occurred one so rare and unlikely that even veteran mint workers and coin experts have marveled at its occurrence, because the now famous 1999 cent was the result of a confluence of minting errors and unique anomalies that have never again been observed in combination on a single specimen, which include a misplaced and misaligned date, a dramatic double die obverse, a mule reverse normally intended for a different denomination, strike through foreign object evidence, traces of planchet contamination, and a design clash that left ghost-like impressions on both sides of the coin, all of which came together to form a coin that is not only rare but entirely unique in the annals of modern U.S. coinage. And it all began when a sharp-eyed collector noticed something very odd about a 1999 penny he had received in change from a gas station. The coin's date appeared slightly higher than normal and appeared to slope downward in a strange way, and upon closer inspection under magnification he was stunned to see significant doubling not just on the date but across multiple devices, including Liberty and In God We Trust on the obverse, all of which pointed to a major double die variety far more pronounced than any commonly catalogued examples. And yet that was only the beginning, because when the coin was flipped over, the reverse did not feature the expected Lincoln Memorial but instead carried what appeared to be a faintly struck Roosevelt dime torch and olive branch design, overlapped awkwardly with traces of the memorial architecture, as though the coin had been struck with the incorrect reverse die, creating what is known as a mule error, one of the rarest types of minting mistakes in existence, and made even more stunning by the fact that the die pair clearly had different orientations, causing a significant rotation between the obverse and reverse when the coin was flipped, which is another sign of minting misalignment that further confirmed the extraordinary nature of the specimen. And if that wasn't enough, microscopic analysis revealed fine strands of fiber and unknown debris fused into the coin's surface, indicating that a strike-through error had occurred during the moment of minting when a foreign object was between the die and the planchet, resulting in part of the coin's image being obscured and distorted in a manner that could only happen at the point of creation and not post-mint. Damage and chemical analysis of the coin's composition revealed elevated trace elements inconsistent with normal copper-plated zinc planchets, possibly the result of contamination during the blank manufacturing process, or a mix-up with a foreign coin blank from another nation's production batch, which added even more mystery and fascination to the coin's origin and significance. And collectively these features created a scenario so complex and layered that numismatic grading services were challenged to classify the coin under any existing category, and multiple experts from top authentication companies collaborated to document and photograph every inch of the coin using high-resolution imaging, 3D mapping and dye flow analysis to confirm every anomaly present, eventually concluding that the coin was without precedent and that no other known examples existed with this specific combination of features, making it a one-of-a-kind discovery. And once certified as genuine and unique, its notoriety exploded across the collector world, featured on forums, news channels, YouTube videos, social media pages, coin convention discussions and academic papers, all of which drove a storm of interest and offers from wealthy collectors, high-value investors and private institutions, until the coin was finally sold in a discreet high-stakes private auction for an earth-shattering $124 million, a figure that stunned even seasoned collectors and catapulted the 1999 penny into the pantheon of the most valuable coins in American history. And what makes this even more incredible is the fact that this wasn't a coin found in a locked vault or handed down through generations, but rather one that passed through hands for nearly a decade unnoticed in circulation before being picked out by someone with a curious eye and a magnifier, reminding everyone that the most life-changing discoveries can come from the most ordinary moments. And since then this penny has become a case study in minting chaos and perfection, and how both can exist in one object, and its existence has sparked a new wave of interest in modern pennies from the 1990s, with collectors now searching rolls and boxes in hopes of finding similar anomalies and errors, and grading services reporting a sharp increase in 1999 penny submissions as the possibility of undiscovered varieties continues to drive excitement. And the fascination with this coin continues to grow as new theories about its origin are proposed, including speculation about accidental die swaps between minting presses during a transitional shift, unexplained changes in metal supplier batches, miscommunication between die engraving and production departments, and even rare internal test strikes that somehow entered circulation, all of which remain theories but add to the legend of a coin that has defied explanation and challenged conventional wisdom about what coins can and cannot do. And today the 1999 penny stands as a symbol of the unpredictability of the minting process and the endless potential for discovery in the world of coins, a world where no detail is too small, no year too recent, and no denomination too humble to yield historic value under the right circumstances. And its impact continues to inspire thousands to check their change, read up on coin errors, and take a closer look at the coins they once thought were worthless. Because if one person could find a $124 million penny in their everyday life, then maybe someone else can too. And it is this hope, this thrill, this sense of possibility that keeps the numismatic world alive and thriving. And as long as coins are struck, errors will occur and treasures will be found, and legends like the 1999 penny will remind us that even the smallest details can lead to the greatest rewards. And if you enjoyed this incredible deep dive into the story of the 1999 1-cent coin and want to discover more stories of jaw-dropping coin values, minting mysteries and hidden treasures waiting to be found, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss another unbelievable tale from the world of rare coins.